introduction. I am so honored to be a part of the TEDx forum. And today I want to share with you guys a story of being too much. A story that started when I was 7 years old with this letter. This letter is written by somebody I'm yet to discover. I don't remember who it was. But I'm going to loosely translate into what it says. And it says, "Hi Shineel, I'm sure you'll never forget this letter. If you think that you're too beautiful or gorgeous, you're mistaken. If you think that others are here to serve you, it's your biggest mistake. If you try to harm others, it will come back to harm you. And please leave your friend Saima, because otherwise she will also become as awful and arrogant as you are. Bye." At 7 years of age, such a heartfelt, strong message. Clearly, I had annoyed her enough. Clearly, she felt that I was too obnoxious, too arrogant, and self-obsessed for my age. Fast forward to completing my 12th, when they said, "Oh, you are an intelligent girl, you've passed with good grades in your science. And you're going to do your engineering." And I said, "No, absolutely not. I want to do business." And they said, "Why don't you apply to other colleges and see where you get?" And I applied only to one institution and gave just one entrance exam. And people said, "Why are you being so naive? Why are you going to put all your eggs in the same basket? Why are you being so risky?" And I did what I did, aced the entrance exam. And right in the beginning of getting into college, the first month, and the first thing that I wanted to do was change the schedule of the college. I realized that the college of the same league and the same pedigree around the world follow a different system of scheduling, and I wanted our college to have the same. And hence I started, putting out proposals to the management, got petitions signed from every single student, every single professor, went back with those proposals, and one trimester later, the schedule for the college had changed, and it has been so since. A very, very proud moment for me. But then people said, "Why are you so excited? Why do you care? Why does it matter? Not like you're going to stay here for the rest of your life." Fast forward to then when I had to get into a B school, and I did my master's. I went to Bangalore, where the college was, packed my bags, moved with everything to Bangalore, very excited, moved out of home, wanted to experience new things. And about 10 days into being there, I realized that I did not want to be there. I wanted to grow more, and I felt like this was not going to be worth it. I felt like this was not going to help me grow the way I want to. And I remember telling that to a lot of people, and people said, "Are you insane? You have already wasted a year. The session has started. You're 10 days into it. You've given your fees, you've moved to a different city. Everything has happened. There's no way you're going back on that decision. Going back on decisions is not a good idea." And I remember on the 12th day, I packed my bags from the hostel and I sneaked it out with the help of my cousin. Next day, like we all go to college from hostel, we all left from the hostel. Just that everybody else reached and I did not. I got down midway, collected my bags, went straight to the bus station, took my tickets, and sat on my bus back to the home city, where I used to stay at that point of time, which was Mumbai. I went back, reached home, and my parents were shocked. They said, "What does this girl want? And then again, people said, what do you think of yourself? Why do you have so much attitude? What are you taking these decision bases? Where are you going to get anything now? And luckily I did my master's from a place that I would like to, had an amazing experience. And at the end of it, I got 2 job offers. The first one was 200 miles away from my home, with a decent salary. The other one was 15 minutes walking from my home with double the salary and in the same city. Of course, the choice was simple. I took the first option of going to 200 miles away with half the salary. And again, people said, you have screwed up the start of your career. Why would you want to go at half the salary, because all your increments will be basis this? Why are you being so naive? This is no way of functioning. You should not take this decision. This is a wrong decision to take. And I did what I did. Reached there, started working. 1 year into being in a job, I was due for a double promotion and a massive salary hike. And 2 days before I was going to get that, I decided to quit my job and start my own business with 1 month's salary in my bank account. And again, people said, what the hell are you doing? Why are you being so stupid? At least take the hike. First of all, do you have a background in business? No. Do you know the industry that you're getting into is so male dominated, and hence the chances that you will succeed are very, very thin. So even if you fail, at least you're going to come back on a higher salary if you would have taken this hike. And I said, I'm not coming back. But what I realized was, for the longest time, I felt horrible about being this person. I felt horrible. I said, everything that I do bothers people, and definitely negatively more than positively. And every time I tried to hide myself, every time I stopped from being that, I landed up being even more of that. The more I tried to control being too much, the more crazy I sounded, the more crazy it looked. While there were some people who hated me for this, there were also some people who really loved me for being exactly that. They didn't feel I was too arrogant, or I did not listen, or I was too blunt or irrational. They just felt that I was a person who followed her gut no matter what. But that was not the point, right? While there were people who hated me for being too much, and there were people who loved me for being too much, the point was they all knew me as being too much. They all identified with me as being too much. And that's when I realized that that's the thing that makes me different from every other human being on this planet. That's the thing that makes me unique. That's the thing that makes me crazy. And I had 3 options. One was to hide my crazy and become a naysayer. Second was to accept my crazy and follow and get inspired by somebody who talks about being crazy. And third was to celebrate and flaunt my crazy and lead and inspire people to express themselves and be as crazy as they can be. And of course, I chose to celebrate and flaunt it. And if there's one thing that I can share with you, if there's one thing that I would want you to take back from this, is that if you want to know that one thing that makes you happy, if you want to know that one thing that satisfies you, if you want to know that one thing that you will make you feel alive every single morning when you get up, find your crazy. And don't just find your crazy. Don't hide it. Don't accept it. Flaunt it and celebrate it. So 5 years from taking the worst decision of my life according to others, I'm here building one of the biggest brands for handmade and sustainable products, giving dignified livelihood to so many rural artisans around the country. So many people around the world working together who believe in the same vision as ours, making products that are too much, creating experiences that are too much, getting all the people together who believe and love being too much, and spreading that crazy, spreading that too muchness. And I think if you really want to find that crazy, the only one question that you should ask yourself is that who am I, irrespective of whether people hate me or love me? You can't help yourself from being, even if people hate you for it or people love you for it. Sometimes you feel guilty about being that. Sometimes you feel great about being that. But the point is, you can't help being that. And that is your crazy. And that is what I would want you to celebrate and flaunt. Because the only way we're going to reinvent the world is when we accept and flaunt our craziness. And like it said, the only ones who think that they are crazy enough to change the world are the ones who actually do. Thank you so much, guys.